Welcome to VetTween.
This episode is brought to you by Kitcaster. Kitcaster books you on top podcasts. How do funded startup founders attract prospects and talent? Podcast interviews. How do entrepreneurs with exits find new deals? Podcast interviews. How do C-suite execs differentiate in crowded markets? Podcast interviews. Kitcaster books you on top podcasts. Click the link in the show notes for a special offer. Celebrate good conversation.
This podcast is brought to you by BitIRA, my affiliate partner. BitIRA leads the industry in helping consumers diversify their retirement accounts with cryptocurrency investments. Why BitIRA? Because they are among the most secure and compliant digital IRA solutions, guys, providers on the market. Their uncompromising commitment to security includes storing consumers' cryptocurrency in cold storage within grade V nuclear bunkers, protecting consumers' stored cryptocurrency with end-to-end insurance, complying proactively with regulations by using regulated exchanges and registering with the U.S. government. Every asset class carries its own set of advantages. The key is achieving your financial objectives and growing your wealth is understanding those advantages and learning to balance your investments across a range of appropriate asset classes suited to your unique situation. So per notice 2014 to 2021 from the Internal Revenue Services, digital currencies are treated as personal properties for tax purposes, thus making them eligible to be held inside a digital IRA account. That means that any gains you occur through your digital currency investments remain tax-free until you withdraw them from your retirement account as a distribution. And here's something else that many people don't know. If you sell your digital currencies within your IRA without taking a distribution, any gains that you may have made can be reinvested in other asset classes. In other words, your IRA does not need to remain entirely in digital assets to keep this tax deferred designation. The current cryptocurrencies you can actually invest in BitIRA are Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, and Stellar Lumens. Welcome to the future. I'm BioChefT, and guys, click my BitIRA link, affiliate link, right in the description to learn more and get yourself a free guide on digital IRAs. Peace. Welcome back to VetTween. I'm BioChefT, and I'm going to give you the news today. I want to cover a few different topics. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, though. If you're listening on YouTube, please make sure you hit that subscription box there so you can keep up with the news. And also, I was supposed to post my YouTube video on my last Sunday, and my apologies for not being able to get that up and going. I had a whole bunch of busy stuff to take care of. Whole bunch of stuff to take care of, and I was extremely busy. There we go. My apologies, but we'll have that posted very soon for you guys. What else? So I'm going to touch on the 11 most nutrition dense foods on the planet. I wanted to touch on that over in Healthline. I thought it was really cool to kind of talk about that topic. Also on Calkine Media, they're talking about biotechnology can help amid high food inflation. So that's a very interesting topic there as well because of what's going on. And Lastly, touch on Biden's executive order to fuel a bank, Bitcoin boom. Americans want crypto from their banks. So this is going to be really interesting to touch on here over at Forbes. So let's head over to crypto market, cryptomarketcap.com, and just browse through the top 10. So Bitcoin is currently trading at 41,175. Took a little bump up recently, as we saw in the market. So who knows where it's going to be playing out. Some analysts are saying it may top out at 55,000 or low 50s or something like that. Then we may have an all coin season. But who knows what's going to be actually happening? Nobody really knows. These are all speculation. Some of it, a lot of it is based on charts and previous trends and all that stuff that can kind of help predict maybe the next few steps. But, you have black swan events that may come up, such as war, the whole Ukraine-Russia thing that could just really change the dynamics of all markets. And, who knows, emotions, our human emotions, obviously plays a huge factor as well. Number 2, Ethereum, 2,920. Second place, third place, Tether, of course. That's fiat, pegged to fiat. Number 4, BNB, $395.44. Number 5 also is USDC coin, very similar to Tether. Number 6, XRP, trading at 81 cents. Number 7, Terra Luna, $94.87. Number 8, Cardano, $89. $89. You'll probably get there soon, or in the long term. 89 cents. Excuse me. Number 9, Solana, $89.83. And lastly, number 10, Avalanche, $90.11. Pretty cool. Market is up, seems like, as of right now. We'll see how this week turn out. Let's move on. The 11 most nutrient dense foods on the planet. To maximize the amount of nutrients you take in, it makes sense to spend your calorie budget wisely by choosing the right foods, right? That carry the greatest amount of variety of nutrients. So they start with number 1, salmon. Not all fish are created equal. Salmon and other fatty types of fish contain the most omega-3 fatty acids. So omega-3 are extremely important for optimum functioning of your body. They're linked to improved well-being and lower risk of many serious diseases. Although salmon is mainly prized for its beneficial composition of fatty acid, it also packs massive amount of other nutrients. So 100 grams serving of wild Atlantic salmon contains about 2.2 grams of omega-3s, along with lots of high quality animal proteins and ample vitamins and minerals, including large amounts of magnesium, potassium, selenium, and B vitamins. It's a good idea to eat fatty fish at least once or twice a week to get all the omega-3s your body needs. So, study shows that people who ate fatty fish regularly have a lower risk of heart disease, dementia, depression, many other common health conditions. So keep that in mind. Number 2, kale. Of all the leafy greens, kale is the king. It is loaded with vitamins, minerals, fibers, antioxidants, and a variety of bioactive compounds. Kale is especially high in vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin K1. It also contains large amounts of vitamin B6, potassium, calcium, magnesium, copper, and magnesium. I already said that. So about a cup serving has only 9 calories. So for those that are, keeping an eye on their calories there, kale may be even healthier than spinach. Both are very nutritious though, but kale is lower in oxalates, a substance that can bind minerals like calcium in your intestine and preventing them from being absorbed. So kale and other greens are also high in varieties of bioactive compounds, including Idle 3 carbonyl, which have been shown to help fight against cancer in test tube and animal studies. So pretty cool stuff. Moving on. Number 3, seaweed. The sea has more than just fish. It also contains massive amounts of vegetation. There are thousands of different plant species in the ocean, some of which are very nutritious. Usually, they are referred to collectively as seaweed. Seaweed is popular in dishes such as sushi. Many sushi dishes include a type of seaweed known as nori, which is used as an edible wrapping. In many cases, seaweed is even more nutritious than land vegetables. It's particularly high in minerals such as calcium, iron, magnesium, and manganese. It's also loaded with varieties of bioactive compounds, including phytocanins and carotenoids. Some of these substances are antioxidants with powerful anti-inflammatory capacities. But seaweed really shines in its high content of iodine, a mineral your body uses to make thyroid hormones. Just eating a high iodine seaweed like kelp a few times per month can actually help give your body all the iodine it needs. Number 4, garlic. Love me some garlic. Garlic is really amazing ingredient. It can turn all sorts of bland dishes into something so nutritious and delicious, I'm going to say. It's high in vitamin C, B1, B6, as well as calcium, potassium, copper, magnesium, and selenium. Garlic is also high in beneficial sulfur compounds such as allicin. Many studies suggest that allicin in garlic may lower blood pressure as well as total and LDL bad cholesterol. It also helps raise HDL, good cholesterol, potentially reducing the risk of heart disease down the line. Garlic is also has a variety of cancer-fighting properties. Some older studies suggest that people who ate a lot of garlic have such lower risk of several common cancers, especially cancers of the colon and stomach. Number 5, shellfish. Many sea animals are high in nutrients, but shellfish may be among the most nutritious of all. So clams, oysters, scallops, and mussels are commonly consumed types of shellfish. Clams are among the best sources of vitamin B12, in instance, with 100 grams of clams supplying more than 16 times the RDI. They are also loaded with vitamin C, various of vitamin B, potassium, selenium, and iron. Oysters are also very nutritious. Only 100 grams supply 600% of the RDI for zinc, 200% of the RDI for copper, and large amount of vitamin B12 and vitamin D and several other nutrients. Potatoes. Potatoes are high in potassium, magnesium, iron, copper, and manganese. Excuse me. They also contain vitamin C and most vitamin B vitamins as well. They contain a little bit of almost every nutrient you need, pretty much. There are accounts of people living on noting, but potatoes are a long what? There are accounts of people living on noting, but potatoes for a long time. Okay. Potatoes are also one of the most filling foods. When researchers compared the values of different foods, boiled potatoes scored high than any other food measured. Really interesting. So if you allow potatoes to cool after cooking, they also form resistant starch, a fiber-like substance with many powerful health benefits. That's really interesting. And gotta kind of research that a little bit more. But that's actually based off of an article, a science article, it seems like here from Nutrition Bulletin. I'm not going to get into that now, but I'll save that for later, another time. Number 7, liver. Humans and our remote ancestors have been eating animals for millions of years. However, the modern Western diet has prioritized muscles meat over organ meat. Compared to the organs, muscle meat is nutritionally poor. Out of all the organs, liver is by far the most nutritious. The liver is a remarkable organ with hundreds of functions related to metabolism. One of its functions is to store important nutrients for the rest of the body. So, a 3.5 ounce portion of beef liver contains vitamin B12, vitamin B5, vitamin B6, niacin, folate, vitamin B2, vitamin A, copper, iron, phosphorus, zinc, selenium, high qualities of animal protein, roughly around, we're talking about 29 grams of protein. When you read all that, it's like that's your multivitamin right there, right? And even better. Eating liver once per week is a good way to ensure that you get the optimum amounts of these vital nutrients. So pretty great stuff. Sardines. Sardines are small, oily fish that can be eaten whole. Given that the organs are usually the most nutritious part of an animal, it's not surprising that the whole sardine are very nutritious. They contain a little bit of almost every nutrient your body needs. Like other fatty fish, they're also very high in heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. I love sardines. They're great. Number 9. I pretty much love everything on this list, to be honest with you. Number 9, blueberries. Pretty much eat this every day. When it comes to, I actually top my oatmeal off with blueberries. When it comes to the nutritional value of fruits, blueberries are in the league of their own. Although not as high calorie for calorie in vitamins and minerals as vegetables, they're packed with antioxidants. They are loaded with powerful antioxidant substance, including anthocyanins, I think, anthocyanins, I think that's how you say it, and varieties of other plant compounds, some of which can cross the blood-brain barriers and expert protective effects on the brain. Several studies have examined the health effects of blueberries in humans. One study found that blueberry improved memory in older adults. Another study found that obese men and women with metabolic syndrome had a lower blood pressure and reduced markers of oxidized LDL, bad cholesterol, and after adding blueberries to their diet. This finding is in line with studies showing that blueberries increase the antioxidant value of your blood. Dope. Love it. Number 10, egg yolks. Egg yolks have been unfairly demonized because of their cholesterol content. However, studies suggest that dietary cholesterol isn't something you generally need to worry about. Eating moderate amounts of cholesterol doesn't raise LDL, bad cholesterol, in your body. Egg yolks are therefore one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. Whole eggs are so nutritious that they're sometimes referred to as nature's multivitamin. Egg yolks are loaded with vitamins, minerals, and various powerful nutrients, including choline. They're high in lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that can actually protect your eyes and reduce the risk of eye disease like cataracts and macular degeneration. Eggs also contain high quality protein, healthy fats. Several studies suggest that they can actually help with weight loss. Pretty cool stuff, guys. And lastly, number 11, they have dark chocolate cacao. Dark chocolate with high cacao content is one of the most nutritious foods you can actually eat. It is loaded with fiber, iron, magnesium, copper, and manganese, but is also the biggest benefits. But its biggest benefits is its amazing range of antioxidants. In fact, a study showed that cacao and dark chocolate scored higher in antioxidants than any other food tested, including blueberries and sea berries. Multiple studies in humans suggest that dark chocolate has powerful health benefits, including improved blood flow, lower blood pressure, reduce oxidized LDL cholesterol, and improve brain function. One study found that people who consume chocolate more than 5 times per week have a 57% lower risk of heart disease. Isn't that so interesting and so cool? Given that heart disease is the most common cause of death worldwide, this finding could have implications for millions of people. Make sure you get dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao content. The best ones contain 85% cacao or higher. So eating a small square of your quality dark chocolate every day may be one of the best ways to supplement your diet for additional antioxidant. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Yeah, that's some really cool information there. So, bottom line is that if you want lots of nutritious nutrients without many calories, the most obvious strategy is to take dietary supplements. However, supplements can hardly replace a healthy diet. A better way to get all the nutrients you need is to fill your meals with nutrient-dense foods. Nutrient-dense foods are rich in nutrients relative to their calorie content. These include various of healthy foods such as whole vegetables, fruits, cacao, seafood, eggs, and liver. Pretty cool stuff. Let's move on. So over at calcanemedia.com, how biotechnology can actually help amid food inflammation. I'm going to kind of skim through this a little bit because of time, but I found this to be really interesting. So food, as we know, food prices inflation is hitting the world hard, triggering a situation of global food crisis. This especially comes as a significant problem for developing countries around the world, according to the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization. Food Price Index, global food prices have peaked near heights reached during the global food crisis of 2001 and 2008 and 2010 and 2011. The peak has led to worries regarding the potential risk of food crisis and social unrest worldwide. So biotechnology offers a promising future to crop improvements compared to traditional plant breeding technology. It's integrating with agriculture can meet increasing consumer demands in an environmentally responsive way. So they're talking about genetically modified crops. I think many people are definitely against that. So let's kind of just skim through this, see what they're talking about. Genetically modification of crops could be a potential solution for increasing crop yield. It involves the additional foreign genetic materials into the plant's genome to confer desirable traits. This could involve altering the phenology of the plant or making it resistant to specific diseases or pests. The new DNA becomes part of the GM plant's genome and is also found in its seed. For example, golden rice is being developed to address vitamin A deficiency, a series of public health problems affecting children and women globally. It is a genetically engineered variety of rice. Golden rice contains an extra amount of beta carotene, which is converted to vitamin A by the body. So, plant tissue culture. In light of the skyrocketing food prices, growing more plants and producing more food seems a good alternative. Plant tissue culture could produce a large number of plants through in vital pro, propa, propagation. Excuse me. It can also produce plants of desirable quality. Plant tissue culture simply means extracting and growing tissue of nutrient media under sterile conditions. So gene editing. Scientists on a global basis do research on gene editing. This technology has proven its usefulness in agriculture by reducing crop inputs and ensuring higher crop output. So gene editing is more efficient than genetic engineering, since precise changes to a living organism genes can be made. This is no addition of foreign genetic material. Moreover, the alterations of gene editing are identically to the naturally occurring mutations. This technique can give desirable outcomes in lesser time compared to traditional plant breeding technology, which usually take years and decades. It also helps to improve the genetic variety. This technique can transform agriculture significantly by complementing it with applied biotechnology. It can shorten breeding cycles, accelerate crop research, and achieve the target result faster than conventional methods. Interesting stuff there, guys. If you any of these articles that I'm reading to you, sharing, remember, I'm going to have all the links in the podcast description for you to click on, so don't be afraid. Click those links to read further. Moving on, Biden's executive order to fuel a bank Bitcoin boom. Americans want crypto from their banks. So, observation from the fintech snark tank. Okay. President Biden recent executive order regarding the responsive development of digital assets helped lift the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, other cryptocurrencies. The executive order is really a call for coordination, playing quarterback to ensure that regulations are working together to feed into a clear and consistent framework for crypto regulation rather than engage in desperate work streams. So the executive order will help banks get more comfortable with the world of crypto and meet the demand that many Americans have to get Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies directly from the banks. Americans want crypto. So back in February 2022, survey of U.S. consumers, Cornerstone Advisor found that 1 in 5 Americans adults hold some form of cryptocurrencies. Not surprisingly, there is a wide variation across the generations. A quarter of the Gen Zers, 21 to 26 year olds, are crypto investors, and nearly 3 in 10 plan to invest in 2022. Among the millennials, 27 to 41, 30% have already invested in crypto, with 27% planning to do so this year. Among the Gen Zers and millennials with crypto, 40% bought or sold it 5 or more times in 2021. There's a promising news here for banks of Americans who hardly hold Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. More than half said they definitely use a bank to invest in crypto if they could, with another 42% indicating that might do so. So banks are dipping their toes into crypto. So it seems like that. So we'll see how the next upcoming. I'm not going to read this. It's a pretty lengthy article here, but that's all, folks. We spoke about a little bit about crypto. Look like this is going to be a big year for regulation. Banks probably opening up their doors to crypto, and who knows? We'll see where the crypto market goes. It's definitely not going away. I'll tell you that. But let's see. Exciting news for the crypto space. I'm excited. I love the space. That's all, folks. I'm BioChefT. I gave you the news. Click those links. Guys, remember, stay healthy. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Oh, thank you.